hopefully what will be a long-lasting live and an in-person performance season for the rest of the year, COVID permitting, of course, and what's promises to be some very exciting events for all of us, especially because we have been away from each other for so long. I have to get a few things out of the way, first of all. The first thing is, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Chinese New Year, Happy Valentine's Day. I've worn my Valentine's Day waistcoat. And all the other holidays that we've missed since Miss Tommy's Crash Bang Wallop percussion recital, which is, as near as I can figure it, the last live concert that we had here at school. And tonight, I'm absolutely thrilled to bits to be introducing not only what are some extremely special student musicians that we have here at school, but some really exciting new additions to our amazing scholars. We've recently awarded scholarships to 6 new candidates, and before that last year, between that last live concert and now, there were 2 other new ones too, and I will point those out as they come out on stage. So, the concert should last about an hour or so, and so without further ado, I would like to introduce our first performer. Tim is a young cellist, but also a piano player, and he had 2 options to put before you today, and happily he's chosen the cello to give us a little bit of variety, and he's particularly ready with it because we just heard today that Tim got 146 out of 150 on his ABRSM Grade 8, which is an extraordinary score. And anybody who knows anything about ABRSM scores, that is an absolute belter of a result. So he deserves the applause that you will give him when he goes out. Please welcome Tim to the stage. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a marimba. And a marimba is a giant chromatic renatek. And it plays and has the most beautiful of tones. Tim was playing on his second discipline, the cello. He is, well, maybe he has his first discipline now, but he's also quite a fine pianist. Our next percussionist, Pam, is also a supremely skilled pianist. But today, she's going to be first playing some extraordinary marimba with 4 mallets. Please welcome Year 13, Pam Kheage to the stage. So I said I was going to introduce you to some new scholars. The first scholar that you heard, Tim, was one of our new scholars. The next scholar is new in a few ways. Annie is one of two scholars that we have awarded for Thai instruments. This is a new departure. I don't think it's happened before here at Shewsbury. We're very fortunate indeed to have two very, very skilled Thai instrument specialists with us. And they happen to be sisters. The first, and certainly not the least, but maybe the youngest, is Annie. Please welcome Annie to the stage. Fantastic. I'm absolutely thrilled that we have some Thai instrument scholars. I think it's quite extraordinary to watch and listen to. The next is another new scholar, and the last time she was on this stage, I think, doing a proper performance was in School of Rock. She was one of the leads. All of our scholars are multidisciplined and have a lot of strings to their bow. Pim Pim is no exception, being a violinist and a pianist, as well as having a great stage presence and voice and that sort of thing. So please welcome our piano playing Pim Pim, one of our new scholars, to the stage. Pim Pim. Our next piece is from the Baroque era by Purcell, and one of our senior scholars who has been a scholar for a little bit longer than the new ones, Nongtae, is going to be performing this with what's called basso continuo. Basso continuo in the Baroque era was basically a required accompaniment for most music composers who would want a bass line being performed by a melodic instrument like a cello, and the harmony played by a chord instrument, the harpsichord, which was around at the time but not a piano, or an organ. So Mr. J is going to be performing harpsichord on our electric or digital piano over there. The bass line, the basso part, is going to be performed by Tim. And please welcome our soloist to the stage, Nongtae. I don't think a scholar recital would be complete without a bit of the extraordinary music of Chopin. We have performing for you next one of our long-standing scholars. He was a scholar before I got here. Please welcome the extraordinary Brian to the stage. Okay, next on our program is one of our new scholars. This is Aira, and she is singing from Les Miserables, and she is accompanied by our extraordinary Mr. J. Please welcome Aira and Mr. J to the stage.
The city goes to bed.
hope Ira doesn't mind me saying, but I think she is proof that the pandemic doesn't stop the determined student and musician. When the pandemic started, that very mature and extraordinary musician wasn't quite what you saw before you today. I just was absolutely thrilled to hear the leaps and bounds that she has made as a musician, and she has proven that you can also be quite successful and have quite a fruitful time despite being in lockdown. And she's won competitions and that sort of thing. So well done, Ira, and taking advantage of that time. Speaking of taking advantage of time, the next performer you've seen before playing the marimba earlier on. This is Pam, year 13. Pam is going to be sadly leaving us at the end of this year, but the world is unfolding before her. Every audition and application for music university and conservatoire that she's applied to, she has been offered places. Some of the best places in the world want this young woman to come and study there. And I'm sure you've seen why already, but to see even more reasons why, please welcome Pam to the stage for some piano playing. Ladies and gentlemen, Pam. Over the years, I've taught hundreds of advanced musicians in my old job. I was an A-level teacher, and I had lots of students coming through my doors. And I can't figure this out, whether this sort of high levels of musical skill is inherited or not. And basically, I've come to the conclusion it's pretty much 50-50. Sometimes half the students have siblings and family that are musically very, very able and skilled, and half the students are like some random anomalous sort of person in the family that can do music really well. Pam belongs to the first of those groups because her brother is also a scholar and also a very skilled musician. Today he's performing on his second instrument, the violin, and he's going to be accompanied by Pam, so one of the best accompanists around. So please welcome brother and sister Poom and Pam. And Poom is going to be playing Meditation by Massenet. think we have lots of family connections in this part of the world, definitely. And it's because we value music as a way of learning to be more whole human beings. I'd like to introduce the second of our Thai instrument specialist sisters. Please welcome Winnie to the stage. Our next scholar, even though she's a young scholar, she has been for some time. Inin has been a finalist, well, for a number of competitions, but the last one I saw was Steinway, where she played for a half hour in the final, and it was quite extraordinary to see such an amazing set of ability in such a young package. Please welcome the extraordinary Inin to the stage. such a difficult piece to play with such assurance and maturity. Well done, Inin. Okay, so our penultimate performer, also a pianist and also of a similar age. Guy is quite an extraordinarily skilled pianist too. He will be representing Thailand in Steinway's biannual competition, piano competition, and he's beat many older pianists as well. Please welcome the extraordinary Guy to the stage. ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so for our final performer, we have another new-ish scholar. He's been a scholar for a while, but this is his first opportunity to perform in the Scholar Recital. He is a progressive rock drummer, as I think is his first passion and love. He also plays a really, really good baritone saxophone. But today, you get to hear some progressive rock. So please welcome our final performer today, Korn.
He seemed no different from the rest, just a happy normal boy. His mama always did her best, and he was daddy's pride and joy. He learned to walk and talk all the time, but never cared much to be heard. Insteadly he would decline into a solitary shell. As a boy, he was considered someone odd, kept to himself most of the time. He was daydreaming and out of his own world, but in every other way, he was fine. He's a man in the world, did stuff from time to time. He struggled to get through his day. He was helplessly behind. He poured himself onto the page, writing for hours at a time. As a man, he was a danger to himself, fearful himself most of the time. He was drifting in and out of sanity. He was fine. He's not more
Thank you, Korn. Okay, so I'm going to ask all the scholars, stay there, please. I'm going to ask all the scholars to come out on stage. Whilst they do, I need just to make a few thank yous. Thank you to Mr. J for the extraordinary accompanying that he did today. And he works ever so hard as an accompanist for many of our soloists here at the school, and absolutely a critical part of the department. Thank you, Kun Eik, up in the sound and lighting box, who's done a cracking job. And I hope he doesn't mind me telling you that he was very nervous about today's gig, and I think he's done a really, really good job. So well done, Kun Eik. Can we give him a round of applause, please? Scholars, come out on stage, please. Come out on stage. Thank you, Kun Eik. And you might have seen them on the way in, and you might have heard them on the phone or that kind of thing, but we have two extraordinary new admin people in the music department, and things like this couldn't happen without administrative support that they are providing so well, even though they are so new. Kun Tang Mo and Kun Fa, thank you very much for all of your support. Marketing team, thank you for preparing the programs and doing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes. And we had some help amongst the music department. And most of all, we need to really thank these young people's teachers. They are the ones that are the magic that makes the magic happen in these young people. And without extraordinary teachers, extraordinary young people are hidden under a bushel and don't have the opportunities that these students are going to find. Those teachers are a crucial component. And so thank you, teachers. And then finally, thank you, parents. One of the reasons why we have so many strong families and family connections is the love and support and musical lives that you encourage and provide to these young people. And honestly, it makes them stronger, and it ensures that their mental health is strong and they can face any kind of future that unfolds before them. Music is an absolute gift that you as parents, I think, are a crucial component in allowing that to flourish in your children. And sincerely, thank you. You make the world a better place by caring this way for your children. So, they're all on stage. Could you please give our extraordinary scholars of 2021-2022 academic year of Shrewsbury a final big round of applause?
Congratulations!
Tough to be noisy in a hall that seats 500, and there's only 100 of us. Well done, scholars. I'm so very proud of you, each and every one of you, and it's an honor to do this job and work with young people like yourselves. You are truly special, and I think that I sincerely hope that this time together is something that you cherish. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be doing a last night of the proms on the 7th of April outside in the Long Court. I think it's going to be quite a unique and exciting event. I could use, parents, your support in putting on this event, of course, and also in spreading the word. I think it's going to be rather interesting thing. We don't actually have a lot of time leading up to it, so it's going to be all panic stations. When we come back after half term, watch your emails for announcements about it. But I think that's all we've got time for this evening, and I'm going to stop blathering on. It is absolutely brilliant to see all of you and many old faces. It's really, really nice to see you again, and I sincerely hope that our paths will be crossing much more regularly after the half-term break. It is absolutely lovely to see you. So one more round of applause for extraordinary scholars. Thank you very much for coming tonight. Good night.